Well, good morning, everyone. It is 11 o'clock, and my name is Dave Barnhart. I want to welcome you to the 2021 Business Acceleration Webinar Series presented by Manning Media Marketing Solutions. And today we're going to talk about what local businesses should be doing now for SEO ranking and your Google My Business listing. Again, my name is Dave Barnhart. I'm the Digital Marketing Manager for Manning Media. And also with me is Christina McCall. She's our Digital Marketing Specialist. She will be able to answer your questions throughout the presentation in the chat. So if you do have questions, you're going to be able to send those to us via chat, and Christina is going to be able to answer them for you. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So Google My Business is an online dashboard that's going to allow business owners to have a lot more control over the information that Google actually displays about your business when it populates to search results and also to Google Maps. So we have been dealing with the pandemic since March and for some even a little bit before then. But as of March 30th, businesses affected by COVID-19, there's been some guidance out there by Google, and they were pretty proactive with this because they recognize just how important it is for businesses to be able to communicate information during this particular time. So you were able to change your business hours, whether or not you were open or closed, or you had to change your hours because of staffing situations or government regulations, whatever it may have been. Also, you were able to manage your information a great deal more to explain whether or not your business was directly affected by COVID-19. You could share and continue now as we continue to move through the pandemic and the remedies that are coming along for us. Information about particular precautions that you've been taking, whether or not if you are a restaurant offering takeout or curbside pickup or delivery, or if you're any type of business that is trying to offer those particular services. You're able to create a post to share even more detailed and timely updates about what's going on with your business. And a post means that you can just go ahead and share a bit more information. You can tell consumers as much as you want, and Google has tried to make that as user-friendly for businesses as possible. There were new ways for you to connect with your customers. You can download the Google My Business app and turn on messaging on your smartphone as a way to help your customers reach you. So if you weren't reachable by a business phone landline in your office, or if it's business after business hours, customers could message you and you would be able to offer them the support that they were looking for. And then if you were dealing with any temporary closures, you could mark your business temporarily closed on Google. Google was also relying on authoritative data sources where available to mark certain types of businesses as temporarily closed on Google Search and also on Google Maps. So why is updating your Google My Business information so important? Well, because it's one of the primary places Google looks for information to populate to a search page. And half of the searchers don't click beyond the search page. They're getting all the information that they need right there. This shows you where users click after searching Google. Nearly 50% of the time, they don't click any further. If they're looking for your phone number and it's on your Google My Business listing, they're going to go ahead and call you on the phone. After that, paid clicks to websites, paid clicks to Google sites, and then organic clicks to websites make up nearly 41.45%. So the snack pack, the local listing, is also populated from information that Google was going to pull from your Google My Business listing. Another reason why this is so important. Organic SEO is what we're doing whenever we're running a search engine optimization opportunity. We can't guarantee that a business is going to end up in a snack pack, so to speak. But that's one of the things that we address when we're making sure that all of your listing information is correct across all of Google's products. And something you should keep in mind, Google is most focused on the experience that the user is having while using a Google product. So they are relying on you to have the best possible information, the most accurate information, and the most up-to-date information on your search results, because they want that user to have a positive experience. So the knowledge graph, that's the listing that appears when you Google the name of the business, and it's also populated from the business's Google My Business listing. So if you've ever, directly typed in the name of a business in a web search, in a Google search, this is what comes up. It's called the knowledge graph. And Google Maps information is also pulled from your Google My Business listing. So maximizing a Google My Business listing is all about improving your search engine optimization. So how do I do this? Well, you're going to go to google.com/business, and you're going to sign in, or you're going to go ahead and start to manage your Google My Business listing directly. So this isn't something that the public can access about a business. It's a dashboard for Google information that only a business can claim. So once you're logged in, you have access to all of the listing information, as you can see right here. So information that's going to include your location, the service areas that you offer, your hours. This is very important, that you want to make sure that you have this accurate and updated at all times. And if you're adding any special hours, if you're going to be open on a holiday, or if you're going to be closed on a holiday. Your phone number. If you happen to have a Twitter handle. Your website. And if there is a link on your website to set up appointments, this is where you can detail the products that you offer. And you can also detail the services that you offer. And then you can provide a description of your business. So again, businesses affected by COVID-19, the guidance on updating information and temporary closures, marking your business as being temporary closed during this period of time, or continuing as we're moving forward, it's not affecting your search ranking. That's something that Google was able to go ahead and establish right away. It is important that you're going to need to review changes for quality before publishing, so that the changes may not be immediately available on Google searches and maps. That's what Google is saying. They're going to verify that your changes have been done, according to standard. So where does where does all this Google My Business information appear? Well, it's going to appear again in the knowledge graph. That when someone does that direct search, and it also comes up on Google Maps on your mobile devices. So here are ways to make sure your customers have the latest information about your business. You can change your business hours, you can update the times you're going to be open or closed, and that's going to help out. Folks are not quite sure, should I venture out to go and see if that business is going to be open? Are they going to be, available for me? So make sure that you've kept your business hours updated, and then also managing your information, explaining whether or not your business operations have been affected by COVID. If it's impacted your service level, if it's impacted the number of employees you have on hand, if there may be some additional wait time involved, should someone come to your business. You can share any of that information about the extra precautions that you're taking, making sure that people know that if they're going to be coming to your business, do they need to wear a mask? Yes, I need to wear a mask. Do I need to, socially distance? It's all sorts of information that you can share. So providing extra services to the community, or, if you happen to be experiencing any delays, that's also something that you can lay out there. So posts for your Google My Business listing. You can provide that COVID-19 update. If you've got any particular offers that you want to include and let people know about, that's where you can add an offer. If you have an update about your business operation or your business activities, you can put that there. If you're adding an event, or if you've added a particular product, you can include that on the Google My Business listing. So where did the posts appear once you've produced one? Right here on the knowledge graph down below the primary information. So now, insights. This is an opportunity for you to learn more about the queries for your business by unique users. So you can see, how many users have used this particular query to find your website, to find your information. You can see how customers have searched for your business, whether it's been by direct or by discovery. You're able to see where customers view your business on Google. So it's by a listing on search, or if they've gone and searched for you using Google Maps. Customer actions that have been taken. Have they visited your website? Have they asked for directions? Have they tried to call you? Did they try to message you? And again, direction results. And also phone calls. When and how many times a customer called your business during the day of the week, during the particular month. Photo views, the number of times your business photos have been viewed compared to photos from other businesses. This is interesting for you to be able to see when people, if you're putting a photo in your Google My Business listing, it's good to change them out every so often to keep things fresh and to bring new clicks to your knowledge graph and to your website. The photo quality, the number of photos that appear on your business compared to photos from other businesses. So reviews, very important. You want to be able to see the reviews and that you reply to reviews. And this is very important. You should also apply, if it's a positive review, be sure you say thank you. That acknowledgement goes a long way. If it's a negative review, then you need to answer that as quickly as possible, provide whatever sort of information or response to that negative review that you may have gotten. But be sure that you do reply, because this does directly impact your SEO ranking. So view messages on the app. Again, you're going to install that onto your device. And where does someone see the option to text the business? If they Google the business on a smartphone or in Google Maps. And in doing so, you actually can customize a first greeting text. The customer does not see your mobile phone number. Photos, where you can add photos. You've got an overview opportunity here. You're able to, add photos by yourself. If the customer has added a photo in a review, photos are going to appear in the knowledge graph, the ones that you are populating to your Google My Business listing. Products, this is where you can detail out the products that you're offering. Any services, again, if you're offering separate services from more than just products that are being sold on a shelf, and you can edit that very easily. Products or services are going to appear in the knowledge graph. If a business actually doesn't have a website, you can create a very basic free website or even a small one for a custom domain through Google My Business once your business has been verified. And the interesting thing about how Google verifies a business is that you will go ahead and claim the Google My Business listing, but they actually send you a postcard with verification that your business has been verified by Google. Users, this is where you can add people who want to have access to managing this particular listing. You can create an ad where a business can go ahead and use a Google Ad service for an ad campaign. And if you want to add a new location, for physical locations, if you're going to go ahead and be going through an expansion or you acquired another location. This is where you can manage locations for multiple listings. Linking accounts is where a business would link up with other products from Google, like Google Ads. And then again, you have your settings, which are going to allow you to go ahead and do important updates, customer messages, quotes, photos, business profile health. So just a couple of very quick, fun facts. Searchers can also ask questions right on the knowledge graph listing, and anyone can answer them. Anyone. To answer a question, the business owner cannot do that. You can't do that on your Google My Business listing. So answers can only be posted by opening up a mobile browser or Google Maps and typing in the name of the business and clicking on See Questions. Then you click on the answer icon to post an answer. It's a really good idea for businesses to seed this with your own FAQs and answers, as well as checking this regularly for any unanswered questions. Now, anyone can suggest an edit and make changes to your information. And here's the thing, it could be wrong. So you want to be checking this very frequently. Google does not always notify a business whenever an edit has been made. So it's up to you to check that Google My Business listing as often as you possibly can. So at a minimum, we do recommend that you look at this at least weekly. And why should I do that? Well, one, it's going to help out your SEO ranking in a big, big way. Also, you want to make sure that everything is correct. So your Google My Business listing is very important, but it's only a part of SEO, search engine optimization, and search ranking. If you want to go and do a deeper dive into SEO, you really should consider bringing in some pros. And Manning Media is a source for helping out with search engine optimization. When it comes to SEO, there are two particular facets that we focus on. We focus on-page factors and off-page factors. On-page factors are where we're going to look at the title, meta, and the alt tags. We'll look at URL structure. We'll look at the keywords on your website and see how they're being utilized. How are they being linked within other pages of your website? We're going to look at the quality and the freshness of content, an opportunity for you to refresh whatever business description you've used on your website if you established it several years ago, and maybe you didn't go back and update the services or the products that you're offering, or perhaps you're offering something new and different, and you just haven't had the opportunity to go ahead and add that to your website. We're going to take a look and make sure that you have done so, and you've made sure it's as fresh as possible. We'll look at sitemaps. We're going to look at the inbound and the outbound links, and we're going to look at the speed of your website. Search ranking for Google and for many of the other search engines, the time it takes for a page to load, not only onto a desktop or a laptop, but especially onto a mobile device, is very important. You want to make sure that your information is clear and accurate, and you've got everything out there that you want people to know about. But if your website is loading at a very slow speed, at a turtle's pace, people are going to lose patience and they're going to click away, and you've just lost an opportunity to tell someone about yourself. We're going to look for any error messages that may be popping up on your pages, And also voice search optimization. How frequently we're asking Siri to do something for us, or we're asking, our Amazon device to go ahead and perform a search for us. Tell me where my closest pizza parlor is. And we're making sure now that websites are set up and are well optimized for voice searches. The off-page factors that we look at: online directories, how often submitting to search engines, and then also ongoing online reputation management, making sure that the continuing number of reviews that people are posting out there, the times that your business has been recognized as doing a good job, possibly not doing such a good job, that through online reputation management, we're able to go ahead and accumulate those reviews and bring them to your attention so that you can go ahead and go back to that review and start to answer any particular questions that you have. So we actually have a how-to guide for SEO, what you as a local business owner can do, and then what we can help you with. So if you'd like some help, go ahead and ask us to send our SEO guide. We've got step-by-step instructions, and if you need any additional help with that afterwards, we're glad to go ahead and offer that help as best as we can. So we have got time for Q&A. And if anyone has any particular questions, they can go ahead and offer them. Well, actually, we just want to say, if we don't have any more questions, we are going to have this information available to send out to folks here in just a little bit. So I do want to say on behalf of Manning Media that we really appreciate everyone attending our seminar, and we're looking forward to working with you in the future as you need us. And again, everyone have a great day, and we will talk to you very soon. Thanks so much.